You are a scavenger from the slums, trying to escape a life of endless misery. No matter why you take part in the Bloodharvest, your objective is the same: to evade the hunter's onslaught and escape the garden. As a scavenger, there are two ways you can escape the Deathgarden: deliver blood or survive. If you manage to deliver enough blood units as a group, you will trigger the exits that allow you to escape. To deliver blood, you must extract it from body piles scattered across the Deathgarden. Once you've filled your tank, deliver the blood to one of the 3 blood banks in the map. Remember that banking blood makes your position visible to the hunter. An alternative way to escape the Deathgarden is to survive until the timer expires at the end of the match, or if you're the last scavenger standing. When this happens, the garden exits are automatically triggered. Keep in mind that no matter how the exit gates are triggered, the blood mode is activated. While in blood mode, the scavengers are revealed to the hunter, which means you'll have to make a run for it if you want to survive. Outmaneuvering the hunter is critical to a scavenger's chances of survival. To evade the hunter, you can jump, climb, or roll out of their line of sight. Hiding at the critical moment will ensure your survival. Bushes, boulders, and tree trunks make for good hiding spots. However, the hunter has constructs which force you out of hiding, using their turrets, mines, and the drones that populate the garden. Once activated, drones hover in the air, revealing every scavenger in the area. Also, if you hide in the same spot for too long, your position will be revealed to the hunter. Hunters can also set traps by hacking crates. If triggered, you will be revealed. Watch out for crates with a red shimmer. Knowing which tactics and weapons the hunters have at their disposal will give you an edge as a scavenger. We suggest that you watch our Hunter 101 video to improve your chances of survival. To overcome the odds stacked against them, scavengers are equipped with a vambrace. This useful device fires bolts that take down the hunter constructs and disable drones for a short period of time. It also enables you to highlight important objects for every scavenger to see. Each scavenger carries their own powered bolts imbued with energy that can turn their impending death into a clutch escape. Fog, a Russian-born scavenger who vowed to destroy the Enclaves, uses a cloud of particles to shroud the hunter's vision and to grant scavengers a precious split second needed to escape. Inked, a tattoo enthusiast scavenger, uses the biometrics etched on her skin to boost her constitution. She also has shield bolts that give scavengers an extra layer of protection when they're within range. Ghost entered the garden after a failed assassination attempt. He's now using his active camouflage bolts to blend into the background and escape from the hunter's grasp. Sawbones was tending to the wounded from the slums when her makeshift hospital was destroyed by Enclave's factions. She now helps the scavengers in the garden, using her powered bolts to heal and revive them and help avoid execution. Rumor says Switch entered the garden willingly and replaces her limbs by artificial parts to sell them and make a profit once she escapes. She uses her clone bolts to throw the hunter off her trail. Whether it's the long, winding river of Salt Creek, the fiery oil rigs of Blowout, the silent graveyard of Tombstone, or the ruined city of First Strike, each map is generated procedurally and supports its own thematic. The ever-changing layouts force you to adapt to your playstyle and demand you learn your surroundings. Multiple crates are scattered all around the garden. They help you accomplish your objectives and stay alive. They are easily distinguishable according to color. Yellow crates contain standard bolts that help you destroy the hunter's constructs and mark up different objects. Blue crates supply power cores that charge your bolts with your specific power. You can only carry a limited number of powered bolts, so use them wisely. Red crates heal you. Remember, being downed by the hunter does not mean it's over. You might still be able to crawl to a nearby red health crate and avoid execution. When a golden crate appears, reach it before it vanishes, and this crate will provide short-term buffs that will help whoever picks it up first. Whether you survive or not, almost every action you take in the garden will be rewarded with XP and resources, which in turn will let you upgrade your characters and loadout. Triggering the exits early in a match is a lucrative way to earn rewards, but so is delivering blood, even if you don't have enough units to make the exits appear. Additionally, rescuing a fellow scavenger from impending death, shooting down drones, highlighting objects, escaping chases, being the last scavenger standing, and many other actions will grant you a considerable amount of XP and resources. All rewards feed your progression. However, one more condition must be met in order to upgrade your character. You'll have to take on challenges related to which perks and powers you want to enhance. To have access to the full list of perks and powers, visit the technician who stands at his booth in the locker room. As Deathgarden grows, you will meet new scavengers and hunters, experiment with fresh maps and weapons, and partake in additional challenges and seasonal events, all of which will enrich your experience. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one who reaches the Enclave. You are a hunter, guardian of the Enclave and harbinger of death for the unworthy who dare to challenge you. Only one question crosses your mind. How many can you kill? In each match, you'll try to track and kill as many scavengers as you can before the timer expires. To kill scavengers, you first need to down them by damaging them enough so that they fall to the ground and are forced to crawl. Once scavengers are downed, you can get near them and proceed to execute them. If you succeed in killing 4 out of the 5 scavengers, the exit spawn and blood mode is activated. Blood mode always happens when the exits appear and reveals the remaining scavengers to you. At this point, it becomes a matter of catching your prey before they reach the exits. If you can't manage to get those 4 kills, the exits will appear once the timer expires. Or if the scavengers successfully deliver enough blood to the blood banks. Scavengers will try to avoid you at all costs, and finding them will require you to make good use of your tracking tools and traps. Drones populate the Deathgarden and are one of the primary tools the hunter should use to track scavengers. To power them up, you need to collect power cores from blue crates and use them to activate the drones. The machines will rise and hover in the air, projecting a red cone that detects any scavenger in the area, even through walls or in tunnels. Used wisely, drones can impair scavenger movement drastically and flush them out of hiding. Keep in mind that scavengers can disable a drone, but only for a short period of time. Drones will repair themselves and boot up again on their own. Blood banks can be used as beacons, notifying you of the scavenger's whereabouts. There are 3 blood banks on each map, and you can always see their location on your HUD. When scavengers deliver blood to a blood bank, the structure emits a distinctive red flare in the sky and blood veins appear on the ground. Find the source of the flare and you'll know where to look for your next kill. You can also set traps in the Deathgarden by hacking crates. To hack a crate, simply shoot at it until the hack meter is full. If scavengers try to pick up the contents of a hacked crate, they are revealed to you, giving you an opportunity to unleash all your firepower on them. Each hunter originates from a very different place, but they have all been forged through blood and violence. The Inquisitor does all his killing in the name of the Pure, a secretive, fanatical group dedicated to eradicating all those deemed impure. He uses anti-personnel turrets and carries the Snakebite assault rifle and the Mauler 190 shotgun. The Stalker believes she is in symbiosis with the Deathgarden, and now stalks her prey quietly, vanishing in plain sight thanks to her fade power. The Stalker carries the core design TTX-22 sniper rifle and the tri-synced 45C burst rifle. The Poacher considers himself the gatekeeper, stopping incursions with ruthless efficiency. He views scavengers as trespassers on his sacred land. He uses proximity mines to set traps and catch unsuspecting scavengers. The Poacher carries the Passam Hacksaw T24 LMG and the Jasper 67V auto shotgun. All hunters can unlock a third alternate weapon through the progression system. Scavengers are fast and agile and will try and break your line of sight, making chasing and shooting them a challenging task. Luckily, your battlesuit comes equipped with 2 additional abilities that are more than handy in those situations. Supercharge gives you a powerful speed boost often needed to jump over high cliffs, close distances during a chase, or soar over the map to reach a faraway blood bank. Supercharge is demanding on your suit, so keep an eye on your stamina gauge. When in close proximity to a scavenger, you can also use your shock ability to briefly stun your prey or force them out of hiding. Shock also damages scavengers, but has a cooldown time. Scavengers carry with them unique vambrace powers used to throw you off track. If you want to learn more about your adversaries, we recommend that you watch our Scavenger 101 trailer. Whether it's the long winding river of Salt Creek, the fiery oil rigs of Blowout, the silent graveyard of Tombstone, or the ruined city of First Strike, each map is generated procedurally and supports its own thematic. The ever-changing layouts force you to adapt your playstyle and demand you learn your surroundings. Multiple crates are scattered around the garden. They are easily distinguishable according to their color. Yellow crates contain your gun's ammunition. Blue crates hold power cores used to activate drones. Red crates heal scavengers, but you can deny them. When a golden crate appears, reach it before it vanishes, and this crate will provide short-term buffs that will help whoever picks it up first. Almost every action you take in the garden will be rewarded with XP and resources, which in turn will let you upgrade your characters and loadout. Downing and executing scavengers are the obvious and most effective way to gather rewards. However, the more you're actively hunting and tracking, the more XP and resources you will get. Stay active when no scavengers are inbound. Hack crates, activate drones, set your constructs, and don't forget to use your different abilities when you get into a chase. All rewards feed your progression. However, one more condition must be met in order to upgrade your character. You'll have to take on challenges related to the perks and powers or guns you want to enhance. To have access to the full list of perks and powers, visit the technician who stands at his booth in the locker room. And don't forget to select your perks and power in the loadout screen before entering the match. As Deathgarden grows, you will meet new hunters and scavengers, experiment with fresh maps and weapons, and partake in additional challenges and seasonal events, all of which will enrich your experience. The Enclave needs you to be ruthless and cunning, the best there is. Keep those scavengers at bay and be a glorious defender of the lucky few.
In the wake of the war, the world stood still. Society had reached its peak. Driven by greed, superpowers collided without restraint, leaving nothing but ruins behind. The victors built the Enclaves, vast fortified cities of limitless resources, condemning the rest to live in the surrounding slums. Yet all the blood spilled during the war was not enough to quench the thirst of those in power. The Bloodharvest was created, a vicious and deadly trial that determines who's worthy of a better life. The only way to leave the slums and earn a place within the Enclaves is to join the Bloodharvest, a trial that very few survive. Only those who enter the Deathgarden and prove themselves against terrible odds will ascend. But death lurks amongst the trees, always on the hunt. The hunters, gatekeepers of the Enclaves, roam the Deathgarden, relentlessly killing on sight. Scavengers come by their thousands. In the Bloodharvest, you either hunt or bleed.